Top story tonight. It is a new effort to address disaster recovery in the Peach State, and some of the initiatives are based on the needs our area had after major storms that we've experienced. News 3's Shayna Ferreira is joining us now with a closer look at how the state hopes to improve disaster response.
Ben, Georgia Emergency Management is now creating an entirely separate division to focus on disaster relief. I talked with Chatham County Emergency Management to see how this came about.
That shows enormous improvement over where we've been, and I think that we're just going to continue to get better and better as a state.
Improving disaster recovery efforts, a major focus for emergency management agencies across Georgia. Chelsea Sawyer with CEMA says the agency shared its priorities after dealing with several named storms in recent years.
One of the things that is most important to Chatham County residents is that it's streamlining the disaster recovery process for community recovery. And what that means is working with the Coastal Empire Disaster Recovery Committee, trying to understand how to use crisis cleanup, which is an online data management system that you can use following a disaster.
Now the state is making some changes to disaster relief by organizing personnel and adding new positions to create a disaster recovery division.
So if someone had damage to their home and they needed a volunteer team that could come in and provide assistance, this is just one way that the state is kind of stepping in and providing some additional resources for that.
Resources that can make all the difference for residents in Chatham County.
It's important for people to realize that a plan exists. And I think that's what most people want to be assured of is there's going to be a plan for how to receive donated goods following a disaster. There's going to be a plan for how someone can apply for disaster mitigation efforts following a disaster. Make sure that there's those statutes in place so that we know we're going to receive that recovery assistance if we need it.
The newly appointed Director for Disaster Recovery will head the new division that will consist of 3 departments, which will also now include in community recovery. Shayna Ferreira, WSAV News 3.